Let's talk about falling in love with your house, or maybe you have fallen out of love with your house. You know, we've been spending a lot more time home this past year. And like Eddie just said, maybe we get to spend a little less time in our home, but we now know what it's like to be home a lot.
Well, it's interesting because like Eddie said in the opening there is, 2020 redefined the meaning of home. And what does home mean?
Right.
It's not just a house. It's not just a piece of real estate. Although many times in our business, it unfortunately can get kind of mechanical like that. But it isn't. I mean, a home has a lot behind it, right?
It really does. And there's a lot of satisfaction in home ownership, and part of why it's easy to fall in love with home ownership. Okay, so we can talk about all of the financial reasons to love being a homeowner, right? We know it's the single most important way people build wealth.
Let's see, I had to get the right side. That's the left brain, right? So it's the left brain, right? It's the logical
way.
It's the engineer brain. Let's put it that way, right?
There's a lot of solid, sound reasons, financial reasons why to be a homeowner. When we talk to people who have owned a home for a few years and they realize how much equity they've built, wealth built into their family's financial picture, it's huge. But there's other things about being a homeowner, right? So it's the security, comfort, stability of being a homeowner, right? You know where you're going to be. You don't have that, will the landlord decide to sell the house, or will the apartment complex be raising my rent, or
and if
something.
I want to paint my bedrooms purple, can I just do that?
Right. The other thing is, the house is uniquely yours. Like you said,
right.
If you want to paint your room purple, go find your own house to live in, Tego. But,
whoa,
you still have me to deal with. But
I didn't see that one coming.
The house is uniquely yours, and you can decorate it how you want. You can change it. You can remove walls. You can remodel. You can do different things in your yard and your fencing, and it's yours.
Well, and I know so many people, and it will resonate with this, is there's certain projects that we do around the house that are just kind of like this meditative Zen kind of thing, right? Mowing the lawn, doing yard work. I know people go, well, that's work. It's like, well, no, it depends what, type of work you do, but sometimes just doing some physical work is great, and it's therapeutic, and I like it. I know that's, again, I'm doing all I'm left brain, you're right brain.
Sort of ironic that you would say that. Yesterday afternoon, I was cleaning the yard from all of our dogs, and it was like beautiful. It was like 64, and
like they didn't mow the lawn. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, no, I was picking up after our three dogs. And something you wouldn't know anything about.
I can't relate at all.
I find it sort of cathartic. Like you said, the dogs are outside. They like that I'm outside. It was a beautiful day. It felt very rewarding for me. But anyway, and today was trash day, so it's all gone.
And you were already wearing a mask, so it was all good.
I had no mask.
No mask in the yard, yeah. Got it.
So anyway, then there's the whole wealth building thing. But the other thing that I think we haven't talked about much, Tego, when it comes to being a homeowner is your sense of community, right? That you're a part of something. You have some vested interest in knowing your neighbors, and when you go to the park, meeting people, when you're out on walks, it's your community. You're paying attention. You're more security aware for your neighbors and things, and maintaining it. And then it's something to be proud of, right?
Yeah.
Home ownership is definitely something. It's a big accomplishment and something to be proud of. And I love it. We had this meeting this morning with our team, and we had some conversations about some feedback we'd gotten from recent home buyers, right? And some of the testimonials that came through this week we read out loud, and it was, those awesome, heartwarming stories about how they've dreamed about being in a home. And it's like, I can't believe this happened, and you were a part of it, and we never thought we could own a home. And with all the hand holding from the lender and you as my realtor, it was sort of our love story meeting, right? So we were reading some of the love stories back to us for being a part of this important part of their lives, and it was really touching. It was really awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes, the first time home buyers, can be really satisfying too, because again, it's
Right.
people that maybe never thought they would be a homeowner are now a homeowner.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this whole idea. You know, we get a lot of calls, Tracy, from people looking for rental properties, right?
Right.
And you know, we don't deal in rental properties, and just the way the market is, it just doesn't work that way for us. But there are companies that specialize in property management, right?
Right.
You were going to say.
I was going to say we often give them resources to help
Right.
them find rentals.
Oh, absolutely.
And sometimes we do know about rentals that might be available, but it's not our specialty.
And of course, when those people call in, we always say, you know, have you thought about owning a home? And you know, I mean, that's what we do, right? And you know, to educate people. And many times people say, well, no, I can't afford it, or my credit's no good,
Or I don't have a down payment.
Yeah, this and that. And it's and I think there's misperceptions out there about what it could take for some of those people. You know, there's programs out there right now. If somebody has a 580 credit score, they may be able to qualify to purchase a home.
Right.
Now, finding a home, that's a different conversation, and that's just in the market we're in right now. But I'm talking big picture.
Right.
There are programs, and then even people with bad credit scores, right? There's help.
Well, there is. We know of a really great program.
Well, and of course, Michael Trujillo comes on after us, and that's what he does, right? Is help people with the credit scores.
There's ways to get your credit scores up and get you in a home. And we know of a new home builder who will sign a contract with you to buy a house that might be under construction and still be 3 to 6 months from being built or completed the build.
Yeah.
And they will still go under contract with you if they look at your credit score and can see that you're going to be able to get it raised up in time to close on that new construction. So some awesome things, and, you know, lots of reasons to talk to us and find out if there's a way for you to become a homeowner. So give us a ring. As you know, we have a team, a lot of great realtors that work with us to help you with either home buying or home selling. 448-8888 is our number. We try to answer it every day of the week, so it depends on when you're listening. But we really are, our goal is to answer it even if it's 6 o'clock on a Friday night. So
fall in love
give
with
us
your
a
home.
ring. So,
You know, just one last comment on this whole concept of falling in love with your home. How many times, Tracy, have we seen people that are just like frustrated with their home? It's not working for them quite right, and they decide to sell it. And then they start doing a bunch of work to get it ready to sell. Or they maybe bring in an interior designer, stager to help them kind of rearrange their furniture, maybe get some new furniture. And then all of a sudden they go, oh my gosh, I really love this house.
Right.
I should own this house. And so I just, you know, obviously we love to help people sell homes, but I mean, think about that, right?
So that TV show, Love It or List It.
Oh, right. That's
HGTV.
the concept, right?
So they go and the one person goes in and helps them redo their current home so that they will love it, right? But when you have fallen out of love with your home, and this past year, I know a lot of people have fallen out of love with their home. It's not meeting their needs for
Sure.
how they live now. You know, it's the best time to call us, talk about putting a strategy together to get your home sold and get you top dollar, because the way we market it is, you know, really top notch. We're not going to just do it halfway, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a great time. We're in, well, February, but it's going to be a kind of crummy weekend. I bet a lot of people will stay home.
Crummy? Well, you could,
Light the fire.
Light the fire that you've never used in New
and
Mexico.
have a Valentine's party at home.
Yeah.
Little candlelight dinner to
There you go. Oh.
Yeah.
There
There you go.
I'm gonna
So
think about that.